Hello, everyone. How's it going? Forget the stream. Just play Sonic music. I guess I could, eh? Just chill out with Sonic. I have a bunch of video game remixes that I use for my gaming stream. I play like a half an hour of them as I'm setting up the green screen and all that. So I figured I'd do 10 or 15 minutes before the sip as well. Cause I've got some good stuff. Sorry, Taroni. It's already been disrupted. Oh, that's good. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I have a massive headache. I'm gonna get some headache pills. I forgot. Give me just a second. Coffee and Advil is the best way to start your day, guys. Huh. I hope you could hear me when I said that. Helltaker on stream is free and short. Doing it tonight. Hold on. I'm downing my Advils with coffee. I understand, Yiz. You take care of yourself, all right? First things first, anyone who donates to me, I want you guys to be financially solvent first. Don't go giving me money while you guys are starving, okay? Speaking of that, there were a few super chats that I missed during the pre-stream because I was getting the coffee and getting the articles ready. Thank you very much, guys, for all your support. But as always, take care of yourself first, okay? I'll be fine. Jake, thanks for the $5. What flavor of brew did you use? Just like a regular, store-bought coffee today. Nothing crazy. Nice liver, bro. Devlin, thanks for the $2. Is Advil actually bad for your liver? I don't know. Sam Petre for $5. Dev, you should start a trend of debating Vosh, but only for the most esoteric positions. Like how feudal monarchies are more moral than communists. Okay, dude. Yeah, no kicking horse for me. I'm cutting back a little bit. Is Nova Scotia actually on fire? Did something happen? How's it going, guys? What's the scoop? What's going on? What's the news? Tylenol is a pain reliever. Advil and Aleve are muscle anti-inflammation, and they're bad for your liver and kidneys. I mean, that does suck. However, I don't drink alcohol at all, so I'm probably okay. You know what I mean? I'm probably not gonna be keeling over anytime soon from liver failure. I know a way for you to all to save your relationships with both Emil and his SS and the Camarilla. Give them all the choice to become vampires and join the Camarilla or die. I have a different plan, but thank you. Okay, guys, so not late at all. Not late at all. Not late at all. So, huge forest fire just outside of HRM. Let me look it up. Nova Scotia fire. Let's see. Morgan Scott for thank you. For 10. Thank you very much. Had a hell of a start to the day, but I caught the weekly sip, so that's nice. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, it is out of... Jesus. Okay, I'll talk about this then. I guess I just grabbed an article for it. Let's get down to brass tacks, though, shall we? Hope you guys don't mind doing so. First and foremost, I don't usually start my streams with any serious call to actions. In a different video, Wing to Sar, yes. But yeah. Wait. See what you tricked you. Why would they blame Gundam? Like the YouTuber, it's a Gundam. Well, anyway, guys, I don't normally blame. Sorry, I don't normally have any specific call to actions, but one of the reasons why I was late today is because I was on the phone with a local repair shop for my air conditioning unit, and my my air conditioning unit is currently running in the background. I hope you guys can't hear it, but it's running very poorly. So if you are going to donate today, and I do say do not donate unless you are financially solvent yourself. But if you are going to donate today, it's going to go towards me probably getting a new air conditioning unit, because this one's still like chugging along, but it's not going great. Like it's over 10 years old now. The air that comes out of it it's like a cool spring breeze. It's not like refrigeration like it used to be, you know. It moderately cools down one room. You know what I mean? It's 11,000 BTU, which is quite a bit. It's supposed to cool down a room of I think 450 square feet. The room that it's currently in is 250 square feet, and it's pumping air like mad, and it only just barely cools it. So, clean the gunk out and refill the Freon. Any other repairs are probably too expensive to justify. I mean, it's possible, Sigurther, but it also might be worth it just to buy, it might be worth it just to buy a new unit. Like, this is an inherited unit from my sister, and it's quite old. And frankly, the unit's old enough that I can't really find any serious like tips on YouTube or something. You know, like here's how you take this model and pull it apart and clean out whatever. It's like that the unit's too old for that. So I think it might just be time to pull it apart. But in any case, pull it apart or buy a new one. So I talked to the repair guy, and he said it was probably more money. He said it was probably more money than it was worth to repair it. I said, all right, well, thank you, I guess. So I'm looking into potentially getting a new model. I'm not set on the idea of getting a new model yet. I will see, but that's where the money's going towards right now. So thank you very much, guys. $2 from Johnny Stoffel with a cold globe. The thing about, like, it's Canada, and yet we're in a heat wave. Like, we had 30 degrees Celsius last night. That's a lot, dude. Like, that's what the middle of July during the day would be when I was a kid. And now it's like nighttime May. Holy fuck, this is going to be a terrible summer if I can't get the cooling situation figured out somehow. Whether I repair the unit or clean it or buy a new one or whatever it is. Longshanks Gunner for 5, thank you. Dev, I am trapped on a deserted island and used our only means of survival to send you this support. Don't feel guilty, okay? Thanks, dude. Thanks for sending it across your cell phone. Xanthonium 15 for 5. I've seen you on Game Boomers and you guys need AC. Stay cool up there, Dev. Also, 44 or 49. I don't know what those numbers mean, but thank you for the $5, Xanthonium. And thank you for watching Game Boomers. How much they want to charge you for a new system, Dev? I work in HVAC, says Jurassic Punk. Okay, well, like an actual unit, the unit. Actually, you know what? DM me on Discord. I'll send you the details. I don't want to really get into it too much because it's kind of boring, like the actual technicals of it. But DM if you're okay with DMing me, I'll talk to you about it after the stream. AJ for 5, AC Relief Fund. Thank you very much, dude. Suck on this, Reverse Psychology. Hi from NL. Thanks the Olise for 2. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all the donations. But yeah, Jurassic, I'll talk to you on Discord, okay? But in any case, let's actually get on to the situation, eh? The actual, some things that are happening today, if you don't mind. So first of all, I am doing Game Boomers tonight, and I'm playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And one of the reasons that we need air conditioning in our place is because we like to stream on Twitch in cosplay. We do like cosplay game playthroughs. So I'm dressed up as a fucking feathered chocobo, and Naomi's a Moogle. So, and we're playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake tonight as we're going to be boiling. So, pick them up at for 5. I've decided to forego my breakfast for a month so that you cannot melt. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Stale Meme Productions for 5. In your opinion, what's the most based part of Ontario? There is none. It's all shit. $22.99 from John, AC Fund. Thank you very much. $2 from King Canuck. You haven't checked on the server in a week or two. Yep, I'm going in today. Don't worry about it. You didn't have to send me money, but thank you. Okay, so I'll post the link in the chat. I'm streaming the Final Fantasy VII Remake tonight at 7 p.m. EST on my Twitch channel. Click that link. Click that link, and we'll be doing it. Skullgirls, Deplorable. I do have Skullgirls. I could stream Skullgirls, but this week is going to be us finishing up the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Naomi has cow tits. If you mean to say that they're big, yes. It's funny because like Naomi's got like wide hips and a very big bust, and I was always into like petite girls. She ended up being entirely not my type. I still love her though; she's great. Sam Clark says London, Ontario is okay, I guess. My sister lives in London actually. Anyway though. Anyway, guys, come by tonight, twitch.tv/GameBoomers, playing Final Fantasy VII. And that's going to be happening in about 8 hours' time, I would say, approximately. I don't really work out the math that well, so, you know, whatever. I'll just drop it again. There you go. What is the next thing I want to show you? Don't make me unsub, Dev. Well, you know, Kezril, I do play every type of game. Just request something and I'll play it, you know? Low test, huh? Vanilla says she's in a cow costume. It's a Moogle costume, you fucking dick. You're banned. Okay. Speaking of supporting the channel, by the way, let's continue on to this. Thanks for clicking that member button, Mathis. $2 for Deplorabology. Get Catboy Nick to guest star on Dump with Scrump. Oh god, he wouldn't. Gregor Chopin for 2. Nugget Naomi again when? And get iced coffee instead. Nugget Naomi tonight. Let's click on the shill. Here it is. How to support the channel. $5 club entry. $5 from recurring source. That'd be subscribed to our Patreon, YouTube memberships, or the sub button over on Game Boomers, where I am playing Final Fantasy VII tonight. Any one of those 4 recurring sources, because they're all operated by a bot in my Discord, will automatically put you into the $5 club. If you donate $100, $100 directly to my PayPal, you get into the $5 club for life. I'm in Texas. I always assumed it's an Arctic tundra up there. Oh no, Benzie, no. Go calculate the heat, and we're at 30 degrees Celsius. Calculate that over to freedom units. We sometimes get up to like 45 degrees Celsius in like the hottest parts of summer. My plans for VTM are secret right now. They're secret right now. So sorry. You have to see it next time. So yes, drop by tonight, guys. Drop by for the Final Fantasy playthrough. Let me show you something else. Let's continue on. There's a few things that I should probably show you real quick. I'm going to join the server. Here. Desktop. Here is... yeah, there. It's loading in now. This is the SFO Minecraft server. We have not yet... don't teleport me around when I'm on the goddamn show. What's this? Anyway, this is the community server. And it's still on some pretty shit hardware, guys. But all the parts have actually arrived to make a much better server that I'll run out of my house, with the exception of the case. So basically, for those of you who have been waiting for a an actual half decent Minecraft experience, because I know I opened the server up like a month and change ago, and it was like fucking terrible. And I'm sorry, guys. Like, I really apologize. However, the server will be getting relaunched. It'll still be this map. You know, you guys will still be able to keep all your stuff, but it will be on significantly. Oh, I guess I died. You will be on significantly. Oh, okay. You will be on significantly better hardware, and it'll be a much better experience. So if you want to actually join the server, by the way, the IP for the server is in the description, guys, of this video. I think it's there. Let me just check. Is it there? Yes, it is. So you can join up. Your funds also go towards funding this server. So please, if you have ever donated, come by and take advantage of it. Love your content, man, from Tyler Potter. Thank you very much. Saving for those Ahego pics on Twitch. Thanks, Mega Flash. So now they want me to see this thing. What is this? Elytra takeoff stand. Would you stop fucking killing me? If you want me to see something... Okay. I'm going to go check this out. Hold on a minute. The case is already on the way. It's just not here. Okay, so let's see this thing. Elytra takeoff. I can't read it. Take off, stand up, get jump potion, have a good fly. Huh? Oh. Cool. Now that's neat. You guys made a... Oh, this is really cool. And you can glide with your Elytra. That's neat, guys. Like, good job with that. Anyway, here's the Minecraft server. Everyone's like had their little houses in town, and they're all building cool stuff. The server hardware is not great, and I am sorry. I spent like what the fuck? Why? Okay. There's a speed booster apparently. Whoa. Whoa. How the fuck does this work? In any case, guys, this is what your money is going towards. It will be a pretty fun experience for all involved. So thank you very much for supporting. And if you want to pop in, check out the IP in the description. I will, in fact, be once I transfer this over to the new server hardware, it'll probably be a better experience, and I'll be on it more often myself as well. So, thanks, guys. Yeah, Scrump. He just throws a fucking bomb at me. Thanks, dude. Okay. Just out of curiosity, how did they do this shit? Oh, hold on. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go sneak it around. Now, how did they do this stuff? There's like a speed pad, but like, I wonder how they did it. Where did they hide all the command blocks anyway? Did they put them inside the statue of me? That doesn't seem like it. I'm curious about how you guys got this done. Yeah, it is command blocks, but where'd they put them? Like, where physically in the world? Like, are they... It's one command block, yeah, but where is it, though? This is why we needed command blocks. What, for tomfoolery? All right. Anyway, thanks, guys. If you guys who donate, you support this server staying up, and it will be a better experience once I transfer things over on July 1st. So Thank you for donating. We've managed to buy all the server parts we need to run a much better server out of my house. And come on and pop into the server. Check out the IP there in the description. I missed a whole bunch of supers. Let me just check it out right now. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Saving those Hego picks. Love your content, man, from Tyler Potter. Thank you very much. Mathis for $2. How much do I have to donate for you to play Halo? I think it's already on our list, but you can donate a whole. You can donate however much you want, dude. Poker Pierce for $5. Tweeters for some clever comments. Here you go. Thank you. 1,000 yen from Alcade. Okay, hello, dude. Japan's hardest hit places are starting to reopen this week. Hokkaido and Tokyo will be open starting tomorrow and today. Cool. Jinrai for $5. Is there a reasonable way of donating via PayPal or credit card without doxing yourself, without breaking TOS? Not really. I can just not tell people what your name is, which is easy for me. 86 degrees is unpleasant if one is stuck in a chocobo suit with no air conditioning. Exactly, Brick Muppet, which is why I'm buying a new AC. Hold on. Then Nathan for $5. I think the only chance that the party has in Vampire is somehow convincing that Emil and the vampires want to make Germany the new Roman Empire. Yeah, that's kind of the road that we're going down. We will see. We will figure it out, eh? Zen-chan, the Chinese coup in Hong Kong will be another day. I have some ideas. Nuvian for 34 DKKs. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, but get yourself some cool air. I will try to do so. Let us return to. Thanks for all the donations, guys. It's been quite a bit. You guys are pretty incredible. I will do something with this money. You know, it will be going towards either repairing the air conditioner or buying a new one. Let's see. Okay, I want to show you this. This is the DevKit channel. Hold on a second. Let me actually do. Just give me a moment here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. Right. Okay. This is the DevKit channel, guys. This is an alt channel that I run that is even less popular than Game Boomers. I'll post it in the chat. Please consider going there and subbing to it. It is basically my grab bag channel for anything else that I want to do, right? Whether it's you know, I did some hardware unboxings. I did a Deva and Naomi commit arson video. Just the old anime reviews are on here from like the old SFO stuff from like 2009. But yeah, like, oops, I don't want to actually go to it. But yeah, basically, I've been doing other stuff that wouldn't fit for either politics or gaming. I'm doing it here on the DevKit. And I've advertised this channel before, but I really do think you guys should check it out, and it would really make me very happy if you did, specifically this time, because over the course of the next week, I'm going to be uploading some Anime North stuff. So, considered and denied, banned. You're banned. So anyway, I'm going to be doing some Anime North stuff on this channel because Anime North is canceled because of the coronavirus. However, we have a whole bunch of vlogs and panels that were recorded from Anime North 2019 that we never uploaded. We just forgot that we had them. So I'm going to start uploading them to this week. Since Anime North is canceled this weekend, I'm going to start putting all of last year's Anime North stuff up on this channel. So you might want to check that out. I think it'll be actually quite interesting. Second Fleet Actual, $2. If the air is dry enough, use an evap cooler. I don't know what that is. And Dr. Dither for $100. Who am I to deny a leaf his blower? Thank you very much, dude. That's quite generous. DM me on Discord, okay? And we'll talk about what we can do with 100. So yeah. In the next few days, I'll be putting up Anime North content on this channel. So please consider peeking in and checking it out. Started watching Game Boomers Final Fantasy VII play. You spoiled Cloud's lies. Not completely, Ivan, but thank you. Thank you for watching. Devlin Bowman, $5 for the Sweat Free Weebs Fund. Thanks, dude. Thank you, everyone. It's pretty incredible. Let's actually get to the main meat of things. All right. Anime North is pretty SJWE at this point, yeah. Unfortunately. But yeah, so streaming tonight, dev kit videos tomorrow, Minecraft servers going, new air conditioning dilemma. That is basically all of the community news that I can think of. So let's move on to the actual news, eh? Maybe we should do that. Here we are. Give me just a second here. The chat froze. I have to refresh it. Dev's bum fight channel. Okay, here we are. This was just told to me by the chat room today, so I guess we're gonna look at it. Nova Scotia Fire. Nova Scotia fire crews continued battling out-of-control Porters Lake blaze. Published 41 minutes ago. This is hot off the press. In more ways than one. The AC unit is directly in the Game Boomer studio. Meet the Galaxy. Chironi. Thanks, man, but it's okay. People don't gotta drop so much money on me. I'll use it. I prefer it, but using Brave right now for my browser. Fire crews continue to battle a blaze they say remains out of control in a community east of Halifax. Nova Scotia Lands and Forestry says a wildfire that started Saturday in the Porters Lake area is now 30% contained and 45 hectares in size. They described the fire in a tweet as out of control. 150 homes were evacuated yesterday, affecting more than 1,000 residents. Among those on the scene this morning are 30 Lands and Forestry crew and 2 helicopters, 25 Halifax firefighters with 2 engines and 5 tankers, along with the RCMP and emergency services. I wonder if the RCMP will be just as useless in this situation as they were during that shooting last month. Officers say Highway 107 remains closed between exits 18 and 20. Local roads in the area will remain blocked Sunday to allow for firefighting efforts. So yeah, dude. I mean, there's apparently a fire burning up Nova Scotia right now. R.I.P. Let's continue on. British politician wants the death penalty for suicide bombers. Wish granted, I guess. I mean, seems like it might be kind of redundant, but all right. A British politician says the UK should reintroduce capital punishment to eradicate the evil of suicide bombers. There's just one flaw. What do you think that flaw could be? I don't fucking know. Okay, let's see. Death penalty for suicide bombers. Much needs to be done to eradicate this evil, she said in the wake of the bombing that killed 22 people at a pop concert in Manchester earlier this week. There is one simple step with which we can take now. We must bring back the death penalty. Yeah, of course it's a Karen, dude. She once stood for right-wing populist party UKIP, which was one of the key advocates for Britain's withdrawal from the European Union. She was kicked out over an expense scandal for which she was later cleared. Many will argue that I'm calling for revenge killings motivated by hatred. Others will argue that I'm inhumane, that we live in a civilized society. This is the first time I've called for this. For decades I have shifted in both directions. Taking any life is wrong. It's right to execute certain types of killers. But what about miscarriages of justice? She made it clear she knows there's a tiny little flaw with her plan. Then there will be those who say that the death penalty is not a deterrent, that the warped perpetrators want in any case to die. I mean, yeah, dude, this is not going to do much. Yeah, I don't understand it either, Brick Muppet. Thanks for the $2. Oh my god. See, I'm a politician. It's my job to come up with answers. I feel like you might have missed the mark. You might have missed the mark. Yeah, this is an older article, Crimson Steel. I just happened to find it. Yeah, this is from 2017. I just happened to find it today and thought it was absolutely hilarious. Here's a newer article, though. Burning the EU and other flags can now bring German jail time, because I guess because I guess Germany just really does view the EU as if it's a nation now, just straight up. It's the Fourth Reich at this point. Senketsu. I don't know what Senketsu is, Silver Shroud. I do at some point want to pick up a Hitler Youth uniform for my character in Vampire, and if I have to cross dress as a boy, that'd be probably a fun little thing to RP to like sneak around as, if required. All right, so Germany has made public burning of the EU flag or that of another country, as if the EU is a country, punishable by up to 3 years in jail, classing it as a hate crime. Defiling foreign flags equal to the crime of defiling the German flag. Okay, so if I make like a flag that is not even the flag of a country, but is just a flag of something, if I burn it, does that mean that I should be thrown in jail or something? The eternal German. The EU is like the USA, right, guys? No. Oh, Senketsu is the living uniform from Kill la Kill. Okay, I didn't know the name of it. I only watched some of Kill la Kill. All right. Okay, it also applies for the EU anthem. Wait, you can't burn the EU anthem? Like I guess the sheet music of it? All right. The move followed Social Democrat complaints about protesters' burning of the Israeli flag in Berlin in 2017. You know, I have a feeling that Germany is so haunted by the specter of Nazism, and rightly so, that they often overcompensate and go way too far on the other side. Axis of evil: China, EU, Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Canada. Yeah, it's probably yes to pluribology. Probably. Yeah. How do you get rid of Nazi flags, dude? How do you do it? I don't fucking know. You can't burn them. Yeah. It's time for like everyone to leave the EU and just leave it to be like another failed German project. So apparently, burning flags publicly has nothing to do with peaceful protests. It stokes up hatred, anger, and aggression and hurt many people's feelings. Well, I'm sorry your fucking feelings are hurt, but that is the point of free speech. You don't have a right not to be offended. The new law also applies to acts of defilement besides burning, such as ripping a flag up. The far-right Alternative for Germany has condemned the new law as excessive interference in free speech and artistic expression. I mean, I'm not a fan of flag burning, but I think you should be able to burn one if you wanted. Germany conquered the EU without ever firing a shot. Yeah, pretty much, eh? So yeah, what's funny is that this doesn't really do anything because the EU already had it banned and Germany is already subject to the EU's laws. And like other individual nations like Spain, Italy, and Greece also already have laws banning it. So this is just like more centralization for no fucking reason. Oh, what's this here? Oh yeah, this is a little bit older, but I wanted to cover it because I missed it last time. Donald Trump names WWE's Vince McMahon as advisor to restart the U.S. economy. Fuck yeah, dude. Just have that gif of him, like, swaggering out. The U.S. president announced he's putting together a group including the commissioners of the nation's top 4 sports leagues and other executives, as well as the great WWE chairman Vince McMahon. Trump also named the likes of NBA's Adam Silver, NFL chief Roger Goodell, and MLB's Rob Manfred, and NHL boss Gary Bettman. UFC president Dana White is part of the team. alongside Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban and New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. So basically, the idea is he's getting together these captains of industry who manage large operations and say, okay, how do we get the economy back on track? And I mean, fair enough, right? Like if you wanted to do something economic, you would probably get people who are well versed in that field to help you out, right? Yeah, I'm forming a team. This is like Trump's Me and the Boys. This is like Trump's squad as compared to AOC. Trump said, "We have to get our sports back. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old. I haven't actually had too much time to watch. I would say maybe I watch one batter, then I get back to work." All right, dude. So, apparently, yeah, the WWE kept holding shows without a crowd. I think I showed off a video on this channel of Stone Cold Steve Austin, like just selling it up to a crowd who wasn't there. It's just like, all right, man, I understand you got to put on a show, but shit. And also, apparently, yeah, WWE was set as an essential business. I guarantee you that's because of the friendship between Trump and Vince McMahon. There's no fucking way. And his name is John Cena. The writing channel. I forgot. DM me again, Zanchan. I'm completely sorry. It got lost in the DMs. DM me again, okay? I'll do it. You know what? Hold on. Fuck it. I'll do it now. I'm gonna forget. Where's my Discord? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just put this here. Edit permissions. Sync with that. There, I did it. Sorry. I'm back. Everyone's complaining about John Cena. I'm getting the rake for that. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's move on here. $5 from Mathis. Thank you very much. All in favor of the general election being a WWE match with Biden versus Trump. Extreme Rules. Cage match, dude. Okay. Pig poops out a pedometer and starts a fire. Sometimes I get sent articles that seem to be insane. And here we are. This is one of them. A fire on farm in northern... Shut the fuck up. A fire on farm in northern England was accidentally set by one of the pigs. The firebug, fire hog, had swallowed a pedometer worn by one of its fellow pigs to demonstrate that the animals were free range. But after the pig excreted the pedometer, copper in its battery sparked a flame in the pig dung and dry hay bedding on March 7th. The fire spread to cover about 807 square feet of the farmyard before it was contained. I understand, Seth West. Enjoy sleeping in, man. Thank you for being here. Mathis, your privileges. Okay. If you've linked up your YouTube account with your Discord account, the bot will, over the course of the next few hours, automatically put you into the $5 club, as long as you're a member. Yeah. Copper can't do that. BS, are you sure? Because here it is. 4 pig pens caught fire at the farm. Fire crews from nearby Tadcaster and Knaresborough rushed in with hoses to save the bacon. Okay. So, In recent years, lithium-ion batteries in personal devices such as cell phones and vape pens have spontaneously combusted, sometimes causing severe burns and even broken bones. However, no animals involved in the pigpen fire, including the fire hog who inevitably started the blaze, were harmed by the flames or smoke. Well, there you go, guys. There you go. Not shilling, Frozen, not shilling. We were talking about something else in the meantime. Somebody asked me about how to get their rewards after they had been a victim of my shilling. Your Clown World comments got auto-removed? Really? Guys, type Clown World. Let's see if it comes up. I'm kind of curious. Okay. Nebraska woman files suit in federal court against all homosexuals. All of them. Every single one. An Auburn woman claiming to be an ambassador for God and his son, Jesus Christ, is suing all of the gays. Sylvia Driscoll, 66, asked an Omaha federal judge to decide whether homosexuality is a sin. Citing Bible verses. Oh, Clown World works? Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, actually, no, I just did. I didn't see it. I only see a few Clown Worlds. Like, it seems like half of them aren't being put through. Anyway. Driscoll contends that homosexuality is a sin, and that they, the homosexuals, know it's a sin to live a life of homosexuality. Why else would they be hiding in the closet? Driscoll wrote in a 7-page petition to the court that God has said homosexuality is an abomination. She challenged the court to not call God a liar. I never thought I would see a day in which our great nation, or our own great state of Nebraska, would become so compliant to the complicity of some people's lewd behavior. Driscoll could not be reached by phone. She is representing herself in the lawsuit. Oh, man, every time I think, okay, the old school religious right that we all fought against so vehemently, 15, 20 years ago, those guys have to be gone by now, right? There's no way there's actual homophobes in the world anymore, at least in the first world, That's just literally a far left boogeyman at this point. Remember the 90s when it was the religious people who wanted to censor your video games because it was offensive to them. And then I'm like, nope, there's still a few. And one of them wants to file a suit against all homosexuals. $5 from Jake Jandal, thank you. As someone who lives in Nebraska, I am somewhat disturbed by this. Yeah, as am I, dude. I'm not even in Nebraska, but her lawyer's an idiot. Her lawyer's her. Okay. This is an interesting article, guys. What 74 former Biden staffers think about Tara Reade's allegations? I think I covered this article a little bit in my Joe Biden video like a week or two ago, but let's talk about it in depth, okay? Over his decades-long career in the Senate, former Vice President Joe Biden was known as a demanding but fair and family-oriented boss, devoted to his home life in Delaware and committed to gender equality in his office, presumably because he wanted to get close to them and sniff them or something. He was not on a list of creepy male senators that female staffers told each other to avoid in the elevators on Capitol Hill. Are you sure about that? So, yet Biden, now the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, was also a toucher, seemingly oblivious to whether physical contact made some women uncomfortable. That behavior has persisted in recent years. Biden is now facing fresh scrutiny after a former aide in March charged that he sexually assaulted her when she worked in his Senate office in the early 1990s. So the PBS NewsHour spoke with 74 former Biden staffers, 62 of them were women, in order to get a broader picture of his behavior towards women over the course of his career, how they see this new allegation, and whether there is evidence of a larger pattern of harassment. None of the people interviewed said they had experienced sexual harassment, assault, or misconduct by Biden. All said they never heard any rumors or allegations of Biden engaging in sexual misconduct, until the recent assault allegation made by Tara Reade. Former staffers said that they believed Reade should be heard and acknowledged, and that their experiences do not disprove her accusation. So, this is an interesting thing, right? Should this be anybody else, especially anybody else who's not a leftist, the media would descend upon them like vultures coming in, you know? It would be wild. Cancel culture would be in full swing. You know, hashtag believe all women, except when it's Tara Reade accusing Joe Biden. Because I guess if Joe Biden actually sexually assaulted somebody, it's not as bad as Trump, so fuck it. Like, it's wild, man. It's stupid. Look, guys, you have 74 people. No one cares. Yeah, like, this is such massive cope by PBS and by other mainstream news outlets are doing things like this too, and they're just like, we have to basically quiet this down. You know, Tara Reade is a nothing burger. Like, these people were losing their goddamn minds over the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. You know, fucking Miss Ford, whatever her name is, she shows up. She says that he like got drunk and Kavanaugh got drunk at like a high school party and might have groped somebody. It's the most flimsiest allegation. Certainly a lot more flimsy than Tara Reade's. And they were all the fuck over it. And the truth is, they were all over it because that was a right-leaning Supreme Court judge being put on the bench by Trump. And this is a left-leaning vice president trying to run for the presidency. That's the only difference. They don't actually care about sexual assault. They do not give a shit about who is raped. In fact, the Democrats would rape the right people if it got them into office. They don't care. They just don't care. Hollow 1916 for £2. At this point, you have to walk around with a GoPro. Yeah, pretty much, eh? Like, Christ, man. Thank you for the donation, dude. Ben Z for $2. Yes, they would, like a pack of rabid dogs. Exactly, man, exactly. Thank you very much as well. Yeah, like, Trump joked about grabbing them by the pussy. Biden's actually accused of grabbing them by the pussy. And Trump apparently is the worst one. Because it's not about that at all. Like, they could have an actual rapist murderer as their candidate, and they would just cover it up. Haven't you guys heard? Believe all women was a right-wing thing, was it? I didn't know Anita Sarkeesian was fucking right-wing. I go A because I'm Canadian, eh? Check this out. Okay, this is an article that is in the Slovenian language, and I wanted to use it in the Slovenian video that I did yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. However, it didn't really fit the purpose of the video, but it is quite funny for this stream. So let's kind of read it and take a chuckle at what this actually says. Translate this page. A living woman was found buried in Croatia. Wow. Tomislav Zorek buried his aunt Ivo in mid-April, and on Monday he learned that another woman was lying in the grave and that his aunt was alive and well. Oops. Only now have I recovered from the shock, but my shock is now positive. This is what Tomislav Zorek, one of the main actors in the black comedy that took place in Croatia these days, told Index. He learned that his Aunt Iva, who was buried in April, was not really his aunt. She's alive and well, and there's a different woman in the grave with whom his aunt was exchanged at the clinical center. Oops. That's kind of a mistake, isn't it? I mean, there are definitely instances of people who, like, they're declared dead, but they wake up in the hospital, like in the morgue, and they're like, all right, I survived. When someone like Joe hires mostly women in his office, progressives, how inclusive. Biden, this is my harem. He did an oopsie, yeah, dude. Thanks for the $5, Ekwan. Thank you very much. Biden's harem, dude. Hold on. Okay. Hentai dating sim game. You play as Biden. You build a harem. Somebody fucking fund it. That would be hilarious to come out like around the time of the election. Yeah, Crimson Seal. Trump was talking about a consensual thing. Like, and here's the thing: I kind of get what Trump was going for. Like, I would say, at this point, once a month, maybe like once every month and a half or so, somebody will out of nowhere send me nudes without me even asking. Equal parts guy and girl. Some traps are in there as well, and I'm just like, thank you, but maybe you shouldn't be doing this, you know? But I get it. Like, even with my mediocre, like, half drop of E-fame, there are still people willing to, just without even me asking, do sexual things. So it's like, I can see, like, when Trump says they just throw themselves at you and let you do it, I can see what he means, you know? I mean, how do you think someone like Pro Jared managed to actually do what he did? Like, it all ended up being consensual, and all the actual allegations against him were bullshit. But he still, like, managed to get people involved, and he's like he's not like a great looking guy either, you know. Always send Devo traps, thanks, dude. Anyway, this is just like a goofy article about the wrong person being buried. Oopsie doopsie. Let's see. Deadly attack at erotic spa in Toronto was incel terrorism. The Toronto police say that the 17-year-old male who allegedly killed a 24-year-old Ashley Arzaga at a spa was motivated by the misogynist incel ideology. Legal experts say this is the first time a terrorism charge has been laid over violence tied to incels, or involuntary celibates. So there we go, guys. We now have our first actual instance of incel terrorism. First-degree murder and North York stabbing in Toronto at a spa. I'm sure it was a fucking spa, but you know what they call them, right? No, I don't, Yiz. God damn it. The attack killed a woman and injured 2 other people. The youth appeared in a Toronto court this morning. Details from the case from an RCMP release, saying in part that there is no further known threat to the public. Okay, that's good. He was just like a lone incel. Yeah, dude, gamers rise up. At some point, we are going to get somebody dressed as the Joker doing something. It's going to happen. That's a shame. That kid's going to have a rough life. Anyway, it's illegal first to call it an incel terrorism, but this guy says it's the second incel terrorist attack because of there's a van ramming in 2018. I mean, I guess they're actually starting to blame incels for real now. Yeah. They're all worshipping Elliot Rodger, I guess. Okay, let's continue on. Woman discovers bar of soap she's been washing her hands with for days is actually a block of cheese. All right. I don't know how the fuck you make this mistake. But here we are. 25 HRKs. Thanks, Sanguine. Yep, that story did sound like us. Just push people around for who cares. Can't wait for the memes. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Sam. All right. Miley from Vancouver, Washington, thought she was doing her bit to stop the spread of coronavirus by thoroughly washing her hands with a bar of soap. Unfortunately, she instead succeeded in spreading some rather mature-looking cheddar on her hands over the course of several days. Okay, dude. The cheese ended up being mistaken for a bit of soap after it was left out of the fridge following a drunken late-night snack. Waking the next morning, she assumed that the lump was the remnants of a bar of soap. She also was keen to stress that she does actually keep a bar of yellow unscented soap nearby for such use, with the two evidently getting mixed up. It was a couple of days of, why isn't this foaming? Have we been eating mac and soap the entire week? Did you put your soap in the fridge? I mean, that looks like a block of old-timey soap, doesn't it? Like soap that you'd see at like your grandparents' place. You go visit them and they're like 90 years old and they still have like a bunch of old-timey stuff. And they have like just some ancient ass soap. Yeah, my grandmother used to have soap that looked like that. So, all right. I'm gonna go grate some ivory on my pizza. Okay. Oh, here's some good news, guys. Coronavirus. Call for Hong Kong. Oops, that's my chair squeaking. Call for Hong Kong COVID-19 survivors to donate plasma, which tests show kill the infection. That's interesting. Current patients' viral load dramatically lowered after application of the antibody-rich liquid. But so far, only 3 packs have been donated. Okay, so blood plasma. Blood plasma from somebody who has already had the virus and is now resistant to it. Apparently, their blood plasma, if given to somebody who has the infection, actually helps quite a bit. That's incredible, dude. That's definitely like a pathway to a treatment. The Hong Kong Red Cross has appealed to recovered COVID-19 patients in the city to donate blood plasma to help those still sick with the disease, saying it can dramatically improve their condition. Since the Red Cross Blood Transfusion Service started collecting the plasma, the straw-colored liquid part of the blood, about 2 weeks ago, only 3 packs of blood have been donated by 3 recovered patients. Plasma from 2 of the 3 packs had already been given to patients via transfusion, with the service's chief executive, Dr. Lee Chuk Huang, saying that it had an encouraging effect. The patient's viral load has been dramatically lowered. Like, that's cool, man. That might be that might be the pathway to some kind of a cure here. So here's the cases, last updated a couple days ago, or last updated today rather. And I'm sure China's still, mainland China is still here, but there's actually no way this is the case. I saw leaked numbers from China stating that they were something like 860,000 actual cases. Still less than the United States, but they're not. Like, there's no way they just, we just stopped giving you numbers, guys. It's completely fine. We've been frozen at 83,000 for the past, 6 months. Yeah, fuck you, China. But in any case, it turns out that blood plasma from coronavirus survivors could kill 99% of the virus in patients still fighting COVID-19 because they contain the necessary antibodies to fight the infection. So if you've recovered, like Wes, are you in there? Because Wes, I know that you had coronavirus. I hope you survived it. Actually, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Oh God, did you die of it? Oh no. If you're alive, donate your blood plasma. That's the way. Because you can probably save somebody else too. I mean, I know there is other Hong Kong news, but I'm not going to be covering that just yet. I have a bigger video in store for that. Let's continue. Oh yeah. YouTube automatically deletes communist bandits in all comments now. Anyone who writes a comment on YouTube which has the Chinese word, whatever this is, will be automatically deleted. I want to know why this word is a forbidden word to use. This is not even a swear word. Are we not allowed to be anti-Chinese Communist Party now? Well, there was no reply to the YouTube help, and the question was locked, and replying has been disabled. I wonder if I can post it in, like, the chat room. Here, hold on. You guys see that? I mean, it's there. I hope you guys see it anyway. Actually, as soon as I post it, the chat stops scrolling. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, you guys couldn't see it? Really? Huh. I'm posting it like a whole bunch. Really? You guys can't see that? Wow. Fucking hell, YouTube. What a piece of shit website. I'm gonna have to set up Streamlabs or something, because fuck. We should stop funneling money through YouTube, guys. It's kind of getting ridiculous. Oh, if you type Communist Bandit in English, you can see it. But in Chinese, no. In Chinese, you can't. Like, I'm posting it in Chinese. Wow. Fucking YouTube, dude. Just remember, the Chinese Communist Party caused a lot of 2020's ills right now. And every time you see some idiot telling you that you're a racist because you're not willing to bend over for Mr. Winnie the Pooh and implement socialism in your own country, tell them to fuck right off. You know, at this point, I don't care if some loser thinks I'm a racist. I know that I'm not one, and that's good enough for me. Coffee's done. Yeah, let's translate then. Well, see, it Communist Bandit translates to gangster, like in more colloquial terms. But in any case, let's continue. Oh, Jesus, you tab right over, you see that fucking face. All right, dude. U.S. man spends over $250,000 on cam girl. Holy shit. Kills parents and brother for trying to make him quit watching porn. Ryan Smith for the $5. Thank you. Here's a little money to help you on the run, and now you've angered the Communist Bandits. It was nice knowing you. Thanks, dude. Dev, if you post it in a comments section, it's deleted in 10 to 20 seconds. Holy shit, Brick Muppet. Thank you for the $5. Holy fuck. That's wild, man. Like, I'm gonna post it and pin it. I'm gonna pin it to this video. You know, I'm just gonna do it right now. Hold the fuck on. We're doing it. We're doing it live again. Wait, hold on. How do I do this? I'm gonna post in the comments to this stream right now, and then I'm gonna pin it. Okay? Here we are. I'm on the stream. Where's the comments? Comment. And pinned. Fuck you. Let's see what happens. So here we are. The U.S. man spends over $250,000 on cam girl, kills parents and brother for trying to make him quit watching porn. And this guy looks like exactly the type of fucking dude that would behave that way. Lord of the Simps. All right, guys? Lord of the Simps. Grant Amato had paid more than $250,000 in 3 months to interact with a Bulgarian woman on a live streaming pornographic website. Man. Send one of those fuckers over my way. Donate $250,000 in super chats. Show it on stream. There's no comments on a live stream until it's over, Dev. Oh, well, all right. Well, we'll see if it appears, you know? We'll see if it appears. Anyway, let's actually do this here. Grant Amato had a problem. It was ripping his family apart. Outside the walls of his family's well-manicured home in a rural area northeast of Orlando, Florida, the 29-year-old could have been mistaken for another luckless young man surfing through a bad patch. Lost his job, kicked out of school, living at home. But inside the house, Amato was allegedly gobbling up whatever money he could steal. He lifted $150,000 from his parents. His brother lost $60,000. When that was gone, he allegedly stole his brother's guns and sold them. He even took out a $65,000 loan on his house. Amato flung all that money through his internet connection, police say, where it landed more than 9,000 kilometers away in the Balkans. Since last June, he had been communicating with a Bulgarian woman who has not been publicly identified. They met on Camgirls, a live streaming pornographic website. In 3 months, he had paid out more than $200,000 to interact with the woman. His family knew he had stolen the money, and they knew where it was going. His mom and dad demanded Amato enter rehab for a pornography addiction last December. Promises were made, a contract signed between parents and son. The family drama hit such an intense pitch that Cody confided to his girlfriend he was worried his brother would kill everybody. The authorities now believe he did. Last Friday morning, police discovered inside the family home the bodies of Chad, Margaret, and Cody. All had been gunned down in what a police affidavit described as an execution-style shooting. Amato is now in police custody facing 3 first-degree murder charges. Police allege his obsession with the girl across the Atlantic propelled Amato to violence. Simping is king shit, hey guys? Holy fuck. A few months ago, he had checked himself into an internet sex addiction facility in Fort Lauderdale. He had walked off there. So he apparently just decided to keep going down the rabbit hole. Yeah, he killed Chad. Dad's name was Chad. No, it was the son. The dad was Chad. The son was Cody. Yeah. Mr. Jeffrey Dowdy, the defendant's attorney, said, I think we have some mental health issues. No shit, dude. All right. He had a history of violence, apparently. Not a history of violence. He had a history of other problems. For example, June 21st, 2018, Amato was working as a registered nurse at Advent Health Orlando. According to a police report, hospital staff discovered 8 empty vials of propofol, a medication used as a sedative before surgery, in 2 rooms Amato was overseeing. No doctors had ordered the drugs, and records indicated Amato had taken them from a storage machine. When confronted about the unauthorized drugs, Amato told hospital authorities he administered the drug to patients who were not being adequately relaxed. The hospital believed he had also previously improperly administered propofol. During the confrontation, Amato expressed suicidal thoughts and the police were called. Officers arrested Amato and the hospital said it planned to prosecute, according to police report, though public records do not indicate that charges were ever filed. Amato's brother's girlfriend later told police he was then kicked out of anesthesiology school. Meanwhile, Amato's online relationship intensified and he continued sending large sums of money overseas. Holy shit. Ben Z for 5. Bro, we could have had like 9 ladies of the night every day for a month for that much money. Exactly, dude. Like, fucking exactly. So, according to the arrest affidavit, on December 27th, his father, Chad, called a family meeting along with Margaret, Cody, and eldest son, Jason. Chad told Amato that if he wished to stay in their house, he needed to enter a 60-day sex and pornography rehabilitation center. He agreed to go, but walked away from the center before his treatment was complete on January 4th. After returning home, his father presented Amato with a 2-page list of rules he was required to follow if he wanted to live at home. One of the conditions that he cease all communication with the Bulgarian woman. He agreed, but he didn't think that was fair because he felt the Bulgarian woman was his girlfriend and they had a relationship. It's just simping, guys. It's just simping. It's just simping. That night, Amato's brother, Cody, was with his girlfriend when he received a call from his father asking Cody to come home. When the girlfriend asked what was wrong, he replied that it was stupid family nonsense. Later, she texted her boyfriend for a status update. All okay, he wrote back. But when Cody did not show up for work next morning, the girlfriend called the police to check on the family. Sheriff deputies arrived at the house last Friday. No one answered the knocks. The windows and doors were all locked. Calls to the family members went unanswered. The deputies even blasted the cruiser's air horn, but no one stirred inside. A deputy eventually slipped the deadbolt on the back door using a knife. Chad was lying on his back on the kitchen floor, blood pooling across the ground. Cody was curled into the fetal position on the floor of a storage room. Margaret was sprawled over the desk in her home office. All had been shot, and a 9mm handgun was recovered at the scene. Amato's 1996 Honda Accord was missing from his house, and they eventually found him at a hotel the next day. Yeah, so thou shalt not simp, I guess, because holy shit, guys. Holy shit. What do we got next here? Woman with 5 warrants gave fake name that also had a warrant. Oops. Yeah, lady. The police arrested a woman Friday for 5 warrants, including allegedly giving officers a fictitious name during a traffic stop. The fake name the suspect provided also had a warrant. According to the probable cause affidavit, shortly after 9 p.m. Wednesday, officers observed a vehicle fail to use a turn signal. After the vehicle was stopped, both the driver and the passenger were detained, and the officers observed something fly out the passenger window. The passenger, later identified as Sharika Strawn, told officers her name was Porshala Strawn. What the fuck kind of names are these, dude? A records check revealed that Porshala Strawn had an outstanding warrant for her arrest. While the woman was being transported to jail, she told the officers her real name was Sharika Strawn. When officers checked the records for that name, they found 5 more warrants for her arrest. So all those warrants are now up, and now she's also being charged with her original offense, plus throwing the drugs out the window, plus being charged with failure to identify and fugitive intent to give false information. Wow. That's pretty incredible to have like your fake identity also be blown, not because they discover it's you, but because you just keep committing crimes under it like a fucking moron. This stream disappeared from my subs. Really? Oh shit. I wonder if it turns out that because I posted that comment, it got nuked. Yeah, usually my own stream is on my own front page. It's not right now. It is on the front page of my channel, though. Shit. Is the comment still there? No, it's not. Yeah, dude. The comment's gone. Hold on. I gotta, check it in the back end to see if it, went into a spam filter or something. Come on, dudes. Come on. Yeah, I guess maybe the comments don't appear till after the stream is over. We'll see. Check to see if my comments actually pinned after the stream's over, okay? Yeah, it's shadow banned. Shit. The stream is not on the sub page. Wow. Flagged, shadow banned. It's probably because I posted the thing, dude. It's gone. Not my sub feed either. Banished to the Shadow Realm. Fucking hell, dude. Oh well. All right, guys. Please watch my other projects like DevKit and Game Boomers. I can need all the support I can get, obviously. Let's continue. Yes. Star Trek cast announces new spin-off series, Strange New Worlds. Let's watch this little bitty here, okay? I'm sorry, YouTube, for calling you out for being such a bullshit fucking platform. Let's watch this. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay.
Strange. New.
Worlds.
You asked. We listened. It's happening.
Wow, I'm so glad I finally get to share this news with you guys.
Speaking just for myself, I have never received more love from a fan base than I have from the Star Trek family.
Without you, this wouldn't be happening. So thank you so much.
I can't wait to put on that gold Starfleet uniform and deliver #1 right along Captain Pike and Spock.
It is a huge honor.
And it means even more for us to be able to announce this right now at a time when so much...
Shut up with the at a time. You don't need to fucking bring that up. You're announcing a TV show. You're not like some kind of a big fucking deal here. Dev, I'm subscribed, but you're not in my subscriptions. Well, that sucks. Thank you, Brick Muppet, for the $5, though. Okay, so these are the people that played Captain Christopher Pike, Spock, and #1 in Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery. Now, everyone knows that Star Trek Discovery is a fucking train wreck. It is sometimes an enjoyable train wreck. I actually admit to liking Star Trek Discovery Season 2 a little bit. I think they're okay. I think they're okay. Like Season 1 of Discovery sucked. Picard was the worst Star Trek show I have ever seen in my life. Beginning to end, everything about it is fucking terrible. But Star Trek Discovery Season 2 was like okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't fantastic by any stretch of the imagination. But it was okay. And it's because they learned some things from Star Trek Discovery Season 1. So, for example, Star Trek Discovery Season 1 was supposed to be taking place 12 years before the original series. And for a prequel show, they did it so fucking badly. Like, incredibly badly. It was terrible. All right? So, one of the things they said is in Star Trek... Wait, did I say Star Wars Picard? Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, Hollow. Wow, I'm a moron. Anyway, let me actually go on with this though, okay? Picard was the most disappointing thing since my son. Oh, I love the Orville. The Orville's great. But okay, so Star Trek Discovery Season 2. They're like, we gotta actually make it a prequel because we're being stupid here, okay? And they're like, okay, what makes it a prequel? Well, in this era, Christopher Pike was running the Enterprise show, not Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk was still too young. Okay. So they got Anson Mount, this guy, to be Christopher Pike. And he was, by the way, an incredible Christopher Pike. He was very good at being Captain Pike. Ethan Peck was an okay Spock. And we didn't really get to see enough of, was it Rebecca Rumjen, whatever her name is? We didn't get to see enough of her as #1. You know? But they got 3 competent people to play 3 originally established characters, and they actually did them, you know, good enough, competently, you know? And they ended up being the most enjoyable part of Star Trek Discovery. And then they fire all three of them. The season finale of Discovery Season 2 sends them off into the future, and they get rid of Christopher Pike and Spock and Number One because they have to stay in the present as per the original timeline of the show. And everyone's like, fuck Discovery, dude. Make a legitimate prequel show about these three. Like, The Adventures of the Enterprise during the Christopher Pike era, before Kirk shows up. Why don't you make that a show? And CBS is like, we don't want to. We want to do Discovery, it's more important. We want to do Picard, it's more important. And everyone's like, dude, this is the best thing that you've done. Fucking do this show, man. And they finally said, okay, fine. We'll do what you want, fans who pay our bills. We'll do the show that you're asking for. So they finally announced there's going to be another Star Trek spinoff called Strange New Worlds, and it's going to have the original three come back as Pike, Spock, and Number One. And I am tentatively excited, but I am ready to get fucking burned by it, you know? I'm ready for it to be awful because it's been consistently awful ever since Discovery Season 1. But I'll give it a chance, okay? Oh, dude, I liked Enterprise too, yeah. The article about Picard, I did not, but I know that Picard's fucking terrible. Your stream no longer appears in the subscription tab or shows up on SFO search. Ruh-roh. I wonder if it's because I put the thing in. Yeah, I'm just going to go to YouTube and search for the Chinese bandit symbol and see what the fuck comes up. Nothing. Okay. Thanks. I'm cautiously pessimistic. Okay, so let's move on to the final article here, guys. Original Xbox's complete source code has been leaked online. The original Xbox was a new frontier for modders and tinkerers, and the included hard drive made it easy to install unofficial dashboards and pirated games. Those enthusiasts might be getting a flashback to 2002, as the official Xbox OS has leaked online, according to The Verge. This includes the Xbox dev kit, emulators, build environments, documentation, and the kernel itself. These kind of leaks have often enabled developers to create unofficial and illegal fan projects, such as emulators. However, The Verge notes that some of this data has been available within the homebrew scene for a while, so it's not clear how much of it will be a revelation to the Xbox modding and emulation community. An early version of the source code for Windows NT 3.5 has also been leaked online. The dump contains just about everything one would need to understand the inner workings of the system. The OS was released in 1994, but was quickly replaced by Windows NT 3.51, etc., etc. The Xbox source code leak, in particular, could have some value. While it would be illegal for programmers to use Microsoft's own code in an emulator, the info gleaned from the dump could inform new approaches to creating a better software version of the console. Only a small fraction of Xbox games can currently run smoothly via homebrew emulation. While many popular games are supported by Microsoft's official Xbox emulation via the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, it's still important to some that the games are preserved and remained playable as the original hardware units die out. So, excellent. Awesome, dude. Last week, I think I talked about a similar Nintendo leak where a bunch of old Nintendo GameCube stuff was leaked online, and people are starting to use that now too. I actually kind of agree, you know. They're like the SNES era and NES era are so simplistic, anything can emulate them now. But like when you get to N64, GameCube, PS1, PS2, Xbox, that era of gaming, it becomes too complicated to perfectly emulate all the time. And the old hardware is starting to die. You know, it's like 20, 25 years at this point, 20, 25 years old. So if you want to play the old games the way that you played them when you were a kid, You know, sometimes you dust off your old PS1 and it's dead. You know, so I am happy that this stuff is actually coming out, because it will mean that we can probably properly preserve this stuff going forward. So, excellent. More data leaks. Dump all of the copyrighted data. I don't care. All right, guys. That does bring us to the end of the news today. If you want to support the show, subscribe to our Patreon, YouTube memberships, my Twitch gaming channel sub button. Those 4 are moderated by bots. You donate $5 a month through one of those sources. The bot should automatically bring you into the $5 club. Donate $100 to my PayPal. I'll put you in the $5 club for life. Just DM me proof on Discord, in a Discord DM. All money of today's show is going towards my air conditioning predicament, because I do not want to melt this fucking summer doing streams. What else? Minecraft server, IP in the description. Come join us. Your money also goes towards keeping that thing running. We'll have a much better server July 1st. So if you played on it initially and you were burned by how unstable the server was, well, come on back on July 1st. It'll be a much more stable server, running on much better hardware. And oh yeah, tonight I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on Game Boomers. So drop by 7 p.m. EST. Click on this link. I'm shoving it right there in the chat. You drop by. We'll be playing it in, it looks like, in about 6 hours time. Yeah, in about 6 hours time we'll be playing it. Also, I would also say drop by my dev kit channel as well. That channel there, I just put that one in there too. You drop by there. I'm going to start uploading Anime North content this past week, in the upcoming week, because Anime North was canceled due to the coronavirus. I have some Anime North tidbits you guys might enjoy. So please consider checking out those channels, and I will see you guys tonight, in fact, playing Final Fantasy, or tomorrow if you don't want to watch the Final Fantasy playthrough. I'll see you tomorrow on this channel. I have a video on Joe Biden's "You Ain't Black" comments. That's coming out tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later. I love you very much. Thank you.